Hello and welcome to The Pulse. I'm Ron Roberson. My guest is Billy Foster of the world-famous doo-wop group, the original Medallions.
Hey, oh, the lights go round in my beauty tonight. This one wish I beg of you, oh, yeah. Oh, magic mountains, hold your hand. Say, hold your hand. Bring a look in my eyes. Say I'm your man.
Let me whisper sweet words of epistemology.
That's right.
And discuss the pulpitudes of love. Now, if you put those together, what do you have? Matrimony. Oh, my darling, please hear my plea. Please hear my plea.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Billy Foster.
How are you doing, Ron? Good
Just
being
great.
here. Yes.
Man, now you know this is great for me, right? I'm like in heaven right now because you are considered to be music royalty. So thank you so much for coming out and seeing us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. For those that don't know you, we got a lot of youngsters that tune in, and we got some old folks that may not remember. But first of all, give us a little background on you, and then we'll talk about the Medallions.
Well, I was raised right here in Los Angeles, California, more or less discovered by Chester Harrison. Chester Harrison was one of the foremost choir directors in the city of Los Angeles, and he introduced me to Dootsie Williams, who then put me in the group, the Medallions. And Chester Harrison also put me in the movie Carmen Jones.
Yes.
Back in the day, soundtrack work, but it was really good for a kid.
Yeah.
You know.
And you grew up, you went to school and...
I went to John Adams Junior High School, 28th Street School, and then ended up at Manual Arts.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Wow, your life has just been amazing, and we're going to dig into some other things. But let's talk first about the Medallions themselves. Who were they before you met them, and then how did you join in with them?
Well, they were already on the Dootone label. Vernon Green was the leader. They all was raised in the Watts area, and it was one of the foremost groups from Los Angeles as far as doo-wop's concerned on the Dootone label. And like I say, Chester Harrison, when he got me into the workshop and the Carmen Jones movie, he introduced me to Dootsie, and I interviewed and auditioned for Dootsie Williams and Vernon Green, and they took me immediately as the first tenor in the group.
I remember back in the old days, I used to work at Dolphins of Hollywood over on Vernon and Central.
Right.
And all the groups used to come through there. We used to have the live DJ in the booths there.
Yes.
And the Medallions was some of the music that they were playing.
Right.
Tell us about some of your songs, some of your music that we'd recognize.
Well, the first big song was Buick 59. And that was an up-tempo song. It was really recorded in '54. And 59 was years ahead. So that was kind of like a little twist in that time.
Yeah.
And then the letter was like a monologue in the letter. It was talking, and then it went back, Vernon went back into the ballad. And then we recorded for Ted Brinson, that was one of the old producers. And Vernon did the lead on a song called Behind the Door. And I did the background falsetto, and it's been known, and I haven't put it in stone, but I did some of the highest falsetto parts in that era for a male.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was like a really high register song. I was able to get some notes there, and that was like featured on the song, and it pushed the song also.
You also had a tune out. Was it Edna?
Edna, yes. We did Edna. Did You Have Fun was like a bluesy ballad. Edna was it was a doo-wop, ice cream chain song, but it was kind of unique. Yeah, but it was a nice song too.
Just amazing to have you here and to be able to talk to you because you're living, walking, breathing history of the music business. Who were some of the other people that you hung out with and worked with during your career?
Well, starting out with Little Richard. We was on shows with him. It was featured with him. We did Orpheum Theaters with Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin when she had Here I Am by the Railroad Track, I remember that. Henry Frogman, Henry did I'm a Frog. We did work with Jackie Wilson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on some shows.
The list goes on. I know that's only just a few.
Well, Otis Redding was a little later. So
Right.
I was with Etta James.
Yeah, great people, and just amazing what you've done. Now, we all have our struggles, and we all deal with different things throughout our lives.
Yeah.
And there was a period of time when you went through a period.
Oh yeah, I
with
went
drugs.
through. I went through really a big downfall in my life, and it was really a struggle to get back. You know, thank God. You know, I was able to surrender to the power,
Yes.
and He relieved me, and I surrendered.
Yeah.
And so this year I'll be celebrating 35 years of sobriety.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Clean
That's
and
awesome.
sober.
That's awesome. And we all kind of go through those periods, you know, and all have to deal with them.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, you're giving back as well.
Yeah.
You have recovery, sober living homes, and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
2 sober living homes. We've been there since 1992, and we're up and going, and we're in the neighborhood. We're in the block club. I was the vice president of the block club at where one of the sober living was located.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what are you? I think you're 77?
77.
77 years
Sunset
young.
Strip.
I remember that. I rember that. Kooky and all. I remember that.
Yeah.
And you look good, man.
Thank you,
You
thank
look marvelous.
Thank you.
So at 77, I guess you're pretty much on a walker and kind of sitting down doing nothing these days, huh?
Oh, no.
No?
I'm still active.
Yeah? What are you doing now?
Well, I have property. I got into real estate was one of my things, and so I mostly do a lot of the work on the property myself, along with help now, But it keeps me active, and it keeps me mind thinking, my mind clicking.
And you're still singing.
Yes, we are.
And I understand that there's been some new contracts that have been signed.
Yeah, we just signed a contract for the Vegas job, Viva Las Vegas. That's an annual event, internationally known. We also been doing for the city of Los Angeles summer nights, hot summer nights for the LAPD. We do that yearly in the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I got itching ears, and inquiring minds want to know. But you were linked with Etta James at one time, right?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, that was an event in my life that I really remember and really enjoyed that era. To be with an internationally known talent like Etta James is just marvelous for a kid like me.
Yeah.
And I was able to aid her, and by my management at the time, we were able to produce some songs, and brought her back in 1964. And one of the songs was "I'd Rather Go Blind," which is now, it's really like a hallmark song as far as blues.
Yes.
And of course, she had that last when I had met her. But we did that album down in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Rick Hall. Yes.
Yeah. And you all have a son together as well.
Yes. Dante, he's going to be an aspiring singer. He's had a couple of physical problems, but we're working with him. Got him in the studio now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us, Billy.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you, continued success, and just a joy to meet you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we're going to close out with one of your newest efforts called
right.
High Road, Low Road.
Yeah.
And what is that? That was a tribute to...
That's a tribute to recovery.
Tribute to recovery.
Some people take the high road, some take the low road.
All right.
But we get on no road. And actually, that's God's road.
Amen.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
All right. We're going to close exactly with that tune, High Road, Low Road. This is Billy Foster.
If you take the high road and I take the low road, which one of us now tell me, like now end up on no road? The high road is too high